Plebby16.
Hey, Mr. YouTube, you've known for a while that I wanted to have this short discussion with you. I don't know how short it'll actually be, though.
I want it to be extra short if it's going to be about Vin Diesel. Because I don't have anything to talk about.
I like Vin Diesel. But this is from the new...
I only like him in The Pacifier. That's the only movie he's any good in.
Is that the one where he's the babysitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I like that movie. Let's talk for a second about a couple games you and I had a few choice words for from the Game Awards and shortly thereafter. It kind of feels like...
At the Game Awards this year had terrible, terrible game reveals.
Oh my God.
Let's just start off by saying that.
Yeah.
You guys can chime in on the comments. Let me know if I'm off base on this. We saw an awesome Ghost of Tsushima.
That basically made everything else look like dog shit.
That blows everything else out of the water, gets us all hyped up that we're going to have this back-to-back. Like, sometimes, you're watching and it'll do, like, 4 or 5 awesome games.
Resident Evil 2, Last of Us Part 2, Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Which you're, like, hyped up for, though.
Yeah, right?
This year it was like, okay, they had Ghost of Tsushima. Freaking awesome. Trailer for that.
And then the hype just fucking nosedived.
Everything after that, I couldn't get hyped for anything.
Absolutely.
We recorded some reaction trailers, and I don't even think we uploaded them because they were so bad. It was like, how can you even be excited for this? It looks terrible.
Well, before we get into the Fast and Furious Crossroads, let's have a little chat about a game that I know you're really excited for. In fact, I think you're going to day one it. Gears Tactics. I think you agree with me on this statement. I'll say it, and then you can tell me agree or disagree. You are never paying more than $20 for Gears Tactics. Mr. YouTube, I'll let you chime in your thoughts.
I'm never paying anything for Gears Tactics, but yeah, $20 would be the maximum that any sane person would pay for that. And that's... So what you do, you establish a franchise, you release 1 or 2, maybe 3 great games, like Halo. You got 3 great games in Halo. And then you want to...
Halo Wars.
Release Halo Wars. Right? Which is taking
a popular fandom,
popular fandom, and creating a side game, like a side type game, not the main game. So probably by maybe a different studio or a different team, so you can release more of them throughout the year.
Yeah,
way to make some extra money off of your golden baby.
Basically.
Look, I'm not even saying Gears Tactics is going to be a bad tactics game.
Not either. But you're not paying more than $20 for it.
I think it's a $20 game.
Yep.
Right? I mean, I don't see...
I didn't see anything in that trailer that got me excited. The only thing I saw in that trailer was the same tactics-style gameplay we've seen in every other fucking tactics game. And it hit a couple cool chainsaw moves to try to hype the crowd, but even that fell flat and was kind of lame.
Well, then you put all your boomers in there, and your this or that and the other thing in there, and all of a sudden you got a $60 title.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so let's move on to a game that stirred up quite a bit of controversy on our channel. Got a lot of people shook up, and I will give this game credit right out of the gate. At least this game is pricing day one at $39.99. Let's talk for a moment about Predator Hunting Grounds. I'm going to make a statement. You tell me if you agree or disagree. Depending on what you're looking for in a game, you are never paying more than $20 for Predator Hunting Grounds.
Agree.
So what I see with Predator Hunting Grounds, right, with what I see for some of the gameplay that we were shown, where the Predator is killing the soldiers, the Marines, or whatever the hell they are, the jungle fighters, the militia, the whoever the fuck those guys are. First of all, it looked very basic. Cookie cutter, basic, bland, boring.
Here's what I think you're going to get.
Hang on. The Predator models look really good. I'm gonna say that to their credit. I thought that looked really cool, and I think the customization holds a lot of open doors for creativity and variation. It also opens doors for microtransactions and profit milking, I think.
Well, it's microtransaction city. That's why I feel like it's a free to play.
Yeah. My personal thoughts on Predator Hunting Grounds: you wait for a very deep sale on that game. $39.99 is not the most offensive launch price. I expected $49.99 to $59.99, but I'm really happy to see that they're not doing that. You never pay more than $20 for Predator Hunting Grounds.
No, here's what I think you're going to get. If you get a single player thing, you get a 6-hour campaign, and then it's the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking you're going to get. if there is any sort of single player in it.
What I'm hearing in comments and chat, so I can't confirm this, maybe somebody can, is that it's being developed by the same people that did Friday the 13th, the game.
Okay,
So definitely going to be focused on multiplayer. It just didn't look really that impressive or that exciting. Maybe
I'm surprised people aren't burned out on that style of game.
Yeah.
Like, to me, those games
4v1, 5v1 is boring.
I really struggle on those to see where the value is.
Well, everybody was excited for Evolve, and you know how well that game did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they released a ton of different, what do they call that, Friday the 13th, or a ton of different
Killers for
Dead by Daylight
Daylight
type stuff. So, I mean, obviously they must be successful, but
Sure.
to me, they're just, I really don't enjoy them a ton.
Fair enough.
And
Hey, you're allowed to have an opinion.
wouldn't pay a ton of money for them. It is cool to play as Predator. I won't lie about that.
Yeah,
It is
that's cool. But we did that already.
But
in
I
Alien vs.
prefer,
Predator, the game.
I prefer a game where the Predator is a great single player game where you're the Predator would be what my preference would be.
Yeah.
So that'd be nice. If they ever make that, I'd actually be interested.
Fair enough. Let's talk about another game. We saw a reveal trailer, and I think you and I had very similar opinions about this during our reaction to it. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, the new game, the new release, kind of reveal trailer. It was basically a bunch of some third person, but a lot of like first person, like running like this and like weapon swinging with funky cameras.
So is it VR?
And
that's what it looks like. It's like a horrible
I don't think it's VR.
2D representation of a VR game.
I don't think it's VR. I don't think it's VR. But it was like they had like the turning camera with the arrow shot. Like I don't know. I didn't even know what to make of it. It was one of the worst reveal trailers I've ever seen. It just looked like ass. The character models looked like shit. The music was fucking garbage. I don't know.
You see that, and then you compare it to like a Ghost of Tsushima or something. And Baldur's Gate,
Yeah, we love Baldur's Gate.
It has a pretty good pedigree behind it, and has released some great games, that we both have enjoyed. So why they would do that is beyond me. I didn't see anything there that got me excited. I'm never paying anything for that.
Yeah, I'll make a comment
if you're
here.
gonna make $20, I guess.
Yeah, I'll make a comment. You're never paying more than $20 for the new Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. So we had 205 votes come in for our poll. Which game do you think will suck the most? 12% Predator Hunting Grounds, 9% Gears Tactics, 2% Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, 71% the new Fast and Furious game, also known as Fast and Furious Crossroads, and 6%. Let's talk about this game, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. So it is a VR title, and I'm just going to make a statement about it right away. You're never paying more than $20 for The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Ever.
Ever.
I mean, here's the thing. Everybody talks about how VR is ready and VR is great.
I haven't played a single VR game that's got me excited.
If you're not playing room scale VR, like HTC Vive, that kind of stuff where you actually need like a full brick of space to play, VR is shit.
Yeah, we have not seen a single thing in VR that's gotten us hyped up where we keep going back to it.
Yeah.
When the best thing on VR is Beat Saber, you have a problem.
Yeah. There is some
Or what's the one, Super Hot VR or whatever?
Super Hot, Beat Saber, horseshoes, handguns, horseshoes, and hand grenades, or whatever the fuck it's called.
I mean, that. And it's just like, okay.
H3, we'll just say that. I don't know what it's called.
I'm yet to see a game in VR that's...
Boneworks. But, like, yeah, when those are your best games...
They look like those old, like, freaking games, like, what the hell was that you used to play in? Those, like... I don't even know.
3D mode on the 3DS.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of it looks like that.
It looks that bad.
A lot of it looks like that,
Why would you
yes.
want to play with that bad of graphics when you got a beautiful 65-inch 4K TV and awesome graphics that you can play in? Like, you don't need it to be 3D when you got graphics that good. You're immersed in the game as it is.
I think VR being really amazing is 2 to 4 years away.
It's some leap in technology that I'm not sure what it is. And it's certainly a lot more comfortable headsets where you don't feel like your head's getting smashed into a brick 24/7.
Like I said, 2 to 4 years away.
Something has got to change, or you're seeing it, or it is something in the glasses, right? That do the glasses that actually somehow builds it in front of you.
That could be cool.
That would be neat.
Really
That's
cool
kind of where I'm seeing it going.
Yep.
Just because it's just not comfortable to encase your head in that fucking thing.
No, it's not.
So
it's not. So yeah, I think Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, you never pay more than $20 for. All right, let's get to it. The game we've been waiting for to discuss. This Fast and Furious Crossroads game. Do you remember when we watched that trailer during the Game Awards? And what's her name? Michelle Rodriguez was out there. She announced it, and like somehow people are excited, and they dropped the trailer, and I'm just like,
now no one's excited.
like it looked.
PS2.
It looked like
Driver. Remember Driver on PS2?
like Driver meets GTA 3. Is that fair?
Maybe.
Like that's how it felt.
Like you get the cool cars from the movie. I think is cool.
And you get
The souped up Challenger or the Charger or whatever the hell it is.
Diesel. I mean, come on.
With the big roof thing on it, the big hood thing,
Yeah.
which is kind of neat. And you do get some of those cool cars. But guys, I don't see it unless this is super early development, and they're going to do some incredible amounts of tidy up on this game.
I mean, the character models looked like ass.
They look awful. Yeah.
They did. They looked straight up awful. So we got a couple responses to what games are going to be the worst. Oh, you're never paying more than $20 for Fast and the Furious Crossroads. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Obviously, no shit. One of the comments was overwhelming negative results for the game that looks like a PS2 release. What did they expect? My future prediction for Fast and Furious. Game doesn't know what it wants to be. Racing or action shooter. 4 out of 10. To be honest,
well, it's
it looks
gonna be
like
like one of those Rage type games or Mad Max type games,
yeah.
where you combine the shootout. It looked like Driver. That's the first thing I got in my head when I saw it, and I'm like, ugh. Anyway,
to be honest, it looks like it could be good, but it's just the graphics are so bad. I mean,
I'm surprised. I didn't see a lot of games that really impressed graphically.
I didn't either.
So I don't know why they tanked the Game Awards, basically with reveals. Like you had hardly anything.
Yeah.
We got is that where we got the Resident Evil 3? No, that was before that. That's right.
It was either right before or right after, yeah.
So it's like, Jesus.
Some people think that they're using frequency bias when voting for Fast and Furious, because it does look outdated, but it probably won't be as much of a clusterfuck as Predator Hunting Grounds. It's being made by the devs that made Friday the 13th, and that was a buggy mess. Somebody also wants to know, well, isn't it obvious what game's going to suck the most? Gears Tactics is such a random thing. Fast and Furious and Predator probably be terrible. And, of course, the best comment in the whole section, this channel suck. I think it's fair to say that when it comes to Predator Hunting Grounds, Gears Tactics, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, Fast and Furious Crossroads, or The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, you are never paying more than $20 for any of those games.
Not based on what we saw at the Game Awards.
Or what we've seen in general.
Not yet, no, not recently. They better come out with something, they better show something a lot better.
Mr. YouTube, your final thoughts as we bring this home.
I'm probably not paying $20 for any of these games.
I don't think you're spending $1 on any of these games.
But if you guys are desperate to play them, $20 maximum, that's where I'd feel even remotely comfortable on these games. Otherwise, you want to pick them up at the bargain bin at the used game store.
For about $3.
For $3.
6 months after release.
Because that's where I think you're going to find them, unless they do some magic on these sons of bitches, because they look like shit. Let's be honest.
Plebs, your thoughts down in the comments. Let us know how you feel about this breakdown here. And are you paying more than $20 for any of these 5 titles? Like the video if you enjoyed this honest breakdown discussion and our thoughts. And we'll see each and every one of you right here on the Balding Plebs for more content like this.
And if you are paying money for these, tell us why. We got to know. Saved you a ton of money. You're welcome.
GG, Plebs.
Good night.